Okay.
Look over here.
We did it. Yay.
It worked. We didn't have to do it 3 times.
See, we can successfully do the intro this time. Yay. But,
Hey, team.
Mabu, hey. And welcome to the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. And welcome to...
Look over here.
Our exclusive companion series, where today we are diving into all 36 looks from the double premiere of RuPaul's Drag Race Global All-Stars. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. I am just currently drinking water because hydration is of the essence of Hall. Shout out to Jade Essence Hall.
Bonjour, I am Lana, your resident evil diva. I'm here to give the tea drink the tea because you know I love some tea. And if you have some tea, you know what to do. Hit me up. Currently, I am drinking strawberry sunkiss. She's back. Baby, yes ma'am. I am thirsty and I'm hungry. And I'm ready to eat. And when I mean eat with these looks, I'm ready to eat with these looks because they ate. But I always keep a close hand near me with my mug. Piano full of top panel full of cup mugs. Top row full of cup mugs. Here. And you can get your cup mug at LanaG'sCreations.etsy.com, where we ship globally. So there are no excuses. Get this mug or any of our other beautiful cup merch. Check out the shop. You see it. You love it. We like it. Not gonna do it because it won't work for me. Bam.
Yeah, I was gonna say don't drop it.
Right.
It's durable, but it will break.
Good day. I'm David Healy, and I don't have a cute intro, but I do have a cute shirt. I'm still wearing my Alyssa Edwards shirt. Yes. And I'm still just drinking some water.
Oli, bienvenidos. I am Eduardo, the Mexican representative of this podcast. I'm here to talk shit and get hit. I finished my coffee, and now I'm also drinking water. Because, yet again, hydration is key.
Bom dia, boa tarde, boa noite. I am River, your Brazilian correspondent here on the cup, and I'm still repping some Brazilian colors, and I'm still drinking out of my same soccer team mug, but I am now drinking some coffee because Lord knows I need it.
Yes, God. Well, we are going to dive into a whole hell of a lot of looks because there's a lot of looks to talk about. So we're just going to dive into all of that. Before we do, though, make sure to subscribe if you have not already because we are here almost all the time giving you almost all things drag. Make sure to check out the description below where you can find all of our audio podcast links, our other YouTube channels, and our Patreon for exclusive content and early access, including early access to the Look Over Here episodes for all the franchises we are currently covering. So, category is Opening Ceremony Eleganza.
Love this category.
Ooh,
Very on theme.
Love it.
Love the background.
Thank you, Lana.
It's the world.
It
And
sure
it's
is.
elegant. And it's elegant.
I know, that's why I did it.
You're so creative. Oh my God.
Yes. Everybody's so creative. Shout out to
Everybody's
her.
so creative.
I love her.
Love Tanner Double Chocolate.
Love Pink.
Love Pink. We are going to go in alphabetical order by franchise for these. So they're not going to be alphabetically by name, but alphabetically by franchise. So first up, Athena Likis.
I didn't know what to expect from her. Sorry. weird noise. I didn't know what to expect from her because I did not get to watch her season yet. But I knew that from what I heard that she was kind of like more like a fashion queen, that she always had at least good concepts. So like the runway, she did like weird, different kind of stuff for the runway. So I didn't know what to expect, but I was expecting to something different. You know what I mean? Something not obvious is my point. And I really enjoyed this look. I really, really like this. There is one small thing for me. It's just that I do like the boots and the bag, and I do like the garment and the headpiece. I just wish they would like mesh together better. I could see that she had like the colors of the boot and the bag here in the middle of her corset. I wish she maybe had those colors like as a trim for the headpiece, maybe, or maybe with the ribbons that are coming out of the headpiece. Maybe she would have introduced those colors somewhere on the top part of the outfit. But that was literally like my only comment on this because I love this.
Yeah, this is a pretty good look. River basically said almost everything that I wanted to say. I agree. The colors of the boot and the bag, I wish it was just incorporated a little bit better and not. It feels a little bit disconnected from like the bottom to the top. But I still think this is a good look. I am I'm not a huge fan of like when queens like cover their face like this. I don't know. It's just something I'm not a huge fan of, but I still think she looks really good. I think this is a pretty good introduction to Athena.
Yeah, I really like this. I think this is one of the most fashion forward looks we got in this episode or either episode. And it's probably my favorite look she displayed. I actually usually would agree with you all about like showing some of the colors above, but for some reason it actually really worked for me, just having the juxtaposition of the red and yellow on the boots and then the browns and whites up above. So yeah, I thought this was a very strong look for her.
I like the look. I thought the headpiece was everything to me. I love how the ribbons are coming down. I think I fall on the side of David. I don't mind the red and the yellow in the boot and just the boot, and having that brown at the top. I feel like it's just like she's giving us stuff to look at all the way down. Like she starts at the headpiece and you're like, oh, that's beautiful. And then you're like, oh, those browns and that black and that like crest that she's wearing is beautiful. And then you continue to go down like, oh, this color, the skirt, and it's like, oh, okay, it matches the headpiece. And you're like, oh, the boots gives us more color. And I feel like it's just giving me more things to look at all the way down instead of just saying, put all this color at the top. So I'm like, oh, well, there it is. So I have nothing to look forward to when I get down to the feet. I think she put together a really, I agree, fashion forward look. Just very well put together. Well put together. Impressive.
Well put together is exactly the word I would use, Lana. I absolutely agree. I think it's a great ensemble. The garment works really well with the headpiece, with the boot. I'm actually going to lean on the side of River. I do actually wish that there was a little bit more of the red and yellow, just to kind of tie everything together a little bit more. Maybe if the ties actually on the whole headpiece situation had maybe like an ombre of a yellow or a red or even a black to reference the Belgian flag. I think that may have added a little bit of an additional touch. But this top is my absolute favorite part of the garment. And I think Athena looks really cool. So, scores.
89.
I'll give it an 80.
I gave her a 90.
I gave her a 92.
80. Next up, representing Brasilia, Miranda Lebrao.
I just need to correct you because Brasilia is our capital. So I just...
Representing Brazil.
She's from Rio. Representing Rio. Sure. And Brazil, of course. Miranda. I have some things about this look. I love it for how much she is saying with this look, because for us, if you know what she's referencing with all the different elements, I just love that she thought of putting all of that together. And I'm a maximalist, so I actually do enjoy. I enjoyed this garment, and I like this hair. The one thing for me is the clouds are not. I like the idea of the clouds. The execution didn't really work for me. I wish she had something more similar to what Athena had on her head, as to like the proportion of the clouds, because everything else is just so big and a lot that the clouds next to it kind of look small and sad. But also, she had to travel with it, so like I get it. But that's the one thing about this look that I would critique. But I can feel that most of y'all are not gonna like this look as much as I do, and I understand why, and that's valid. But just so you know what she's referencing, so this all of the like the ribbons that she has on her right side are is representing what we use to decorate our streets when we have like the World Cup, especially, but like also when we have like big sporting events that Brazil is competing in. This is what we use to decorate our streets and our houses. So she's representing that. And then the kites here is, and she was even in her presentation, she was like going like this, which is the movement that you do when you're flying a kite. Because I would imagine that that's where she comes from. Because one thing that all of the kids, no matter how much money you have access to a kite to play with. Because it's like the most accessible toy, let's say, for any child in any financial situation. So it's a very popular thing for kids, for Brazilian kids to play with. It's very traditional to have that. Playing a kite as a kid is very representative. So that's that. And then the dress, she has like the print of hue in a lot of, and it's like to represent the actual place, the location that she comes from. So just for y'all to know the reference. But yeah, I love this and I love her.
Yeah.
I'm biased, I know, but.
River, you said that we might not like it. I am a big fan of this, actually. I quite enjoy it quite a bit. I really, really like the ribbons that's just cascading from her arm. I think it gives it great movement. I think it's great. Basically, you stole basically everything that I wanted to say. The clouds, yet again, I also agree, are not the best execution of it. I wish that it was she either just took them off or did it a different way. But I'm a big fan of this look. I think she did a really good job.
Is this your first time seeing Miranda, Eduardo? Did you watch Brazil?
I watched the very first few episodes. I didn't watch the whole.
Okay, that's fair. Well, one thing that we always brought up on the podcast is that Miranda does a lot of things that are very specific to Brazil. She's very cerebral with her looks, and she has so many tiny details, and it's easy to miss a lot. So we always had people in the comments explaining every little detail because it's so well thought out, and I appreciate that.
We had River in the comments telling us all of it, literally.
Yep.
Literally, it was River.
That's how I found Pop, y'all. So it's very nostalgic to me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I really appreciate that. And I think there's so much to take in here. And unfortunately, these runways have been so quick. Like all three sets of runways we've gotten, they're just so fast paced. Like I've been trying to take notes and I cannot keep up. I think one thing that would have helped this, and Eduardo, you're already going to disagree with me, but I think one thing, since there's so much going on, I think if that fringe wasn't there, I could have soaked it up a little bit more and really appreciated everything. And I do like the movement it brings to it, but just since there's so much going on, I just wanted to be able to appreciate it all. But I do like the look.
Here's the thing. I actually really like this look. I like it a lot. I really do. And I get what you mean about the clouds. Yes, they could be bigger proportion-wise, but I don't mind them. Because everything else is so big, I don't mind them not being the biggest thing on her. What I'm loving, I love the kites going up the shoulder. I just like it's giving me something to catch my eye. I love the fringe and the ribbons coming down the arm. Because I feel like for this opening look, this is just who am I? What am I representing? My country I'm representing, and so I could take that for I want everything. Show me everything. Represent your country in all of its glory. Like give me the kites, give me the ribbons, give me the clouds, give me all the colors. Because that's who Brazilian people are. That represents who they are and it represents their country. So for me, I'm like, give it to me. I don't mind it being super busy in this moment. Like it's certain things.
That's who we are.
Like,
we are too much. As a people, like we are
love
way
that.
too much.
Y'all too much. And I love that because we as Americans are too much sometimes too. We are just extra people. And I love the extra people. That's why I'm like, I don't think I could survive in the UK or in Europe because they are too like, y'all do too much. Y'all do too little. We just do that. That's who we are. I love it. I love this. I love her makeup. I love this wig. I love this look for Miranda because Miranda is very cerebral. Like you said, David, she's very cerebral and you have to look for everything because everything means something and you may not know what it means, but you know it's something that it something definitely means. She ain't just putting it on there just to put it on there. It means something. And so I think she looks fabulous on this runway. It represents Brazil. It represents Miranda. And I like this look. I think her face is the most gorgeous I've seen in a minute. I like this. I like this a lot.
She improved her makeup from her season for sure.
To not reiterate a lot of things that were already said about this, I'm very happy to put the nail in the coffin of proving River wrong by saying this was my favorite entrance look.
Ooh.
Yay! I said that because I didn't know if you guys were gonna understand or if you were gonna be like,
I get it.
I don't like it because I don't get it or it's too much. But I'm so glad to see that y'all you see what I see. So
of course. Scores.
So happy. 96.
I gave it an 85.
I gave it an 84.
I gave it a 95.
98. If the clouds were just a little bit different, it would have been a full.
Honestly. No bigger or no clouds at all. Yeah.
Next up, Pythia.
I am so obsessed with her. Which then, I think Pythia is very similar to what we're seeing with Elektra on Drag Race Mexico, where when it comes to looks, she has raised the bar so high for herself that even when she brings an excellent look, which this is, it's still, she has done so many other looks that were so much gaggier and like more extravagant that this pales in comparison, but it's still very good.
It's very demure for Pythia.
I don't know what that means, but sure. I mean, I know what I mean. I don't know the meme, but sure. What I will say is that I wish that I like this, but it's just because it's your first look. I wouldn't expect her to bring her best. I would expect her to save her best for last, not first. So this was like a good halfway, I think, between like showing your best and showing something too simple. So it was a good middle for me. I wish the hips had a similar shape as what she has here on her shoulder to make it like a more extravagant silhouette maybe, but this is solid for me.
Yeah, I know that Pythia has given us like way gaggier looks, but I'm still a huge fan of this look. This is still one of my favorite looks that walked the runway today. I think it really shows who Pythia is, and I also think it just fits the category really well. I know that this is like a kind of more basic silhouette that a lot of queens have done, but I think she did a really good job with it. I think the fact that she had like the maple leaves on her skirt, I really, really enjoyed that. And I was a big, big, big fan of this look. I really appreciated this look, and I think she looks incredible.
Yeah, I really like this a lot. This is in my top 2 of the for this category. I said it. I think it was for Philippines, and I'm going to bring it back to this. She gives creep fashion, and that's very much what I love. Like, this is the epitome of my kind of queen. And just every look she has is a fully realized character. Like, this could be a character in a film. She did such a good job of matching the paint on her face to the skin, the nude type of skin that she has throughout her body. Not a single piece of actual flesh tone is showing. I think this actually looks like it could be a finale look. Like, it's giving that quality for me specifically. I think this is stunning.
Everybody seems to be waiting on what I would say about Pythia. And I know
Yes.
y'all wondering what I would do if I didn't like this outfit.
Well, yes.
I guess we'll never know because I love this outfit.
Yay.
I love this outfit, Miss Pythia. I haven't seen anything she's done before in the past, so I can't be like, oh, she's gagged before. She might have, but I ain't see it to see it. This gagged me. I thought she looked amazing. I thought she looked fabulous. She represented Canada very well. Like I say, this is costumes. I want costumes. She gave me costumes. She represented her nation, and I am here for it. I love that collar on the I love that collar. Like, that collar is everything. To have the red tips across with the white, so good to match her skin, her makeup with the white and the red. And this red hair matches the red on her outfit perfectly. It's not 2 different shades of red, which we've seen with so many people doing 2 different shades of red. I thought she looked fabulous. I love this wig. I love this look. I love I just loved it. We're done.
The way that this so perfectly represents Canada, but it's not overtly Canadian, is what I love the most. The color palette, obviously, I agree with you. This collar, Lana, just ever so slightly shaped like a maple leaf. The detailing here, I love the elf ear that she has too. Like, that just adds to this like maple leaf elf fantasy character that she's giving is just so good. My favorite part about this whole look, and it is the dumbest thing that I could love the most. It is this black pencil thin brow. And I don't know why, but there's something about it that I just love with all of the maximalism going on in the garment. Like, that just slight small detail just really does it for me. So I love Pythia. Scores.
92.
98.
92.
98.
92.
I just noticed, doesn't it? It kind of, her makeup is kind of giving like she's frozen, right? Like, the color of her skin is kind of look like she's frozen.
Because there's a little blue in it too. Yep.
Smart.
Next up, Kween Kong.
Oof, I'm first. Okay. First of all, love Kween Kong. Obsessed with Kween Kong. This look is good. Period. There's like, it's a solid, good look. It doesn't. Here's the thing. It doesn't move me in any way. It doesn't give me anything. It's just the fact that she's so beautiful. But like, the actual garment and look and all of that, I love this hair. First of all, but the actual garment, the look is not very inspired. Is my point. But she still looks so good. And the outfit is you can tell that it's well made. It looks expensive. It's a very good, solid outfit. It's just lacking in concept for me. And Queen usually brings a specific perspective with her looks. And I don't see that with this one.
Yeah, I like the reference to the Aboriginal people in her outfit. I love the references to the different types of flags that Australia has. I really, really love that. That's actually my favorite thing about this outfit, because the outfit itself is not my favorite. I'm going to be so for real. I think it's kind of too simple especially for a one-way like this. I just wanted to see more. I wanted her to really go all the way, and she just went not as hard as I wanted her to go. I still think she looks pretty. I think this is a good look, but I think not only compared to what she has given us before, but compared to the other girls, it just kind of falls a little bit short. So I wish she just would have gone for it just really hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is my least favorite of the category, which isn't saying much because it still looks good. Like she looks good. I think I was hoping to see less red, white, and blue, and we get a couple of those kind of looks. And I get it, it's your flag colors, but there's so much about your country and there's so much about your culture that I really wish would have been more prevalent. And I get that she did have some of those aspects as well. And I'm making it sound like I dislike this, but I don't. Like, she looks good, and that's what I'm looking for, is for it to look good. Like, that's the bottom line for me. So that's it.
I agree with all of you. I feel like the look is pretty. She's gorgeous, stunning, like show-stopping gorgeous. But it's just very simple. And when you have this and you're representing your country, I want you to go all out. I want it to be very much, I wanted Aussie. Like, I wanted all of it. I wanted to see like, yeah, oi. I know. I was hoping one of you finished it, David.
No,
that was
David.
your job. Look, that was your job. But I say Aussie. Somebody else did oi. I can't say the whole thing. But no. I think I wanted all of it. I wanted to see all the representation of Australia. I mean, if she wouldn't have came out in the flag colors, I wouldn't care. If she would have came out in like her culture, like more representation of her culture.
Samoan,
Like,
someone, I don't know how to say it. She's from Pacific Islands, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
She's
right.
I don't think she's Samoan.
I thought she was
Tongan.
I am not 100% sure, but I think I know it's from the Pacific Islands there, but I'm pretty sure it's someone. So yeah, I wish she would have brought that part of her culture.
That's what I meant. Like, I wanted her more of her culture instead of the red, white, and the blue of it all, because especially knowing you go have Americans there, and that is going to be the pretty much pinnacle of what we have, because that's literally what we have. We have so many cultures melted into one. The red, white, and blue has to represent us. So I wish she would have just been like, lean more into her culture and just said, hey, we are a part of Australia as well. This is who we are too. And we are just as much Australian as anybody else or whatever. But I loved it. They
are the true Australians, like
that's all I'm saying.
Original. It's such a rich culture. So yeah, it was a very missed opportunity. Like, there's so much good stuff that she could have brought. There's so much.
I've done some research in all of the time that all four of you have been saying everything. And while I do agree that this look is simple, there are a lot of references here that are very specific to her culture. So, the blue base of the dress obviously is a reference to both the Australian flag and the flag of New Zealand, because they are very, very similar flags. Beyond that, this is also simultaneously representing, with the black circle on her hip, she's representing the flag of the Indigenous peoples of Australia, with a couple of the red and the silver star details. She's referencing not only the Australian and New Zealand flag, but also the silver fern flag redesign for Aotearoa, which is a much better flag in my humble opinion. Go Google the flag. It's a great redesign. And then, not only is she from Aotearoa originally, lives in Australia, she is both Samoan and Tongan, And when you look at the Samoan and Tongan flags, her headpiece is a direct reference to the Samoan flag, and the Tongan flag has the same color palette. And I believe that is also where the shoulder piece comes from to an extent. There's a lot of mixed references here that all create what is a simple look on the front, but a very detailed representation of who she is and where she comes from. So, and I know none of you all had that context, so I get it.
And I love that
but I was
for
like,
her.
No, but I love knowing that.
I was like, there has to be significance here. So
Something. Yeah.
yes. So scores.
82.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Anyways, I was so much meaner. I gave it a 72.
Gross.
I gave it a
Well, Julie.
78.
You could have stayed muted too.
Oh, I give her, after what I've learned, I will be moving it up a little bit. So I will give her an 80.
I'm going to give her a 90. Soa de Muse.
I didn't watch her season. I'll be honest. So I didn't know what to expect. But this, and y'all know, I am not a fan of the nude illusion. You know this. David, you're with me. I know. But here, this was well done for me. I love this. Love, 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 love. I mean, obsessed. The one thing, I do not, I like the nude illusion on the dress. I don't think it was necessary for her to have the sleeve with the nude illusion. I think, is it the right, yeah, her right arm where she has the nude illusion, she has the black glove on the other one. So for that, I just wish she would have gone with a bare, like her bare arm, just her skin. But that is literally the only thing I have to say about this. This is so good.
Yeah, this is really good. I also agree that like the nude illusion tends to be always a little bit tricky, and Soa really pulled it off really well. This just looks so French to me. Like when I think of France, I think this kind of style, and so I am very happy that this is what Soa went with. She looks beautiful. She looks great. I think this is one of her best looks of the three looks, but she looks incredible. She looks really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really like this. When we first talked about the rumored cast, like 9 months ago or whenever it was, I said Soa is somebody who's so good at everything, but her fashions, like she always has the ideas. The execution sometimes is rough around the edges, and I was anticipating, oh well, we're going to see much improved fashion as far as execution goes, and we are for sure. I really like this. And I even wrote down, she makes nude work better than most people. So I really like this. I don't mind that the sleeve also has the nude on there just to keep the consistency of that kind of shimmery effect going all the way down her arm. But yeah, I think this is stunning.
Okay, Beyonce. I love it. I see it. I love it. I was like, yes, Beyonce walked down the stage with her dress. We are back in the Renaissance. Hey, Renaissance. Yeah, I love it. But I think it looks so right. But I think she looks so good. So good in this. I thought it was good. I feel like she did what I want to see when I see somebody do a nude illusion. She matched it perfectly to her skin. Like, if you're going to do a nude illusion because you can't be naked, I get it, you're on TV. But the way her makeup is so like bronzy and shimmery is giving the same effect as what that dress is giving. And I love that. I love that she has the hand pinching the little diamond nipple right there. And then she has the other strip at the top going off onto her sleeve, from that. It looked like it's bleeding off her sleeve into her arm, onto her other black glove that she has on. I just like those little details about it. And I think she looks amazing. The feathers and it's very French. I think Eduardo said it. It's very French. It's so French. It's so burlesque and Moulin Rouge to me, and I love it. I love this how she has the bedazzles in the headpiece. I just love this. I thought she looked amazing.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Scores.
95.
97.
91.
97.
95. Next up, Tessa Testicle. My girl. Tessa
My
Testicle.
favorite look of the entrances. This was my favorite entrance. Period.
I do love that
I
my
mean-
favorite had your favorite look and your favorite, or your country woman has my favorite. I love that.
Yes. And here is the proof that I may be a little biased towards Miranda, but I'm gonna be honest about things. I'm not just gonna say that she was my favorite entrance look because she just, as much as I love her and I love her look, it just wasn't. Tessa, she gagged me. I gagged. This is so beautiful. It's like, and I'm not even, I don't have the reference of what she did in her season to compare her to, so I'm not comparing her to a past version of herself. This is just good, period. Like, if I had to say one thing, I would like the hair. I love the style of this hair, the color, everything. I think proportion-wise, it would have looked better if the hair was the tiniest bit bigger, the tiniest bit. But honestly, this is so good that I don't even care. I don't care.
Yeah, this is show-stopping. This is absolutely incredible. Tessa, this is the best Tessa looked in the 2 episodes that we saw. I think this is so beautiful. It's really well done. I love it. This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love seeing her fashion just go to the next level this season so far. I think this is so smart because it really emphasizes like the shape that she has. Like it's giving you all the hourglass you need. It's so smart. Yeah, I really don't have many detailed thoughts about this. It's just so pretty.
What can I say? Y'all said it. She did this. This is beautiful. It definitely shows her shape. It accents everything that's beautiful about Tessa. And I feel like just everything about this look is great. I love the hip with the flower petals. Look, Tessa is a blooming flower. We saw what she started on Germany, and now she's blooming into something beautiful here on Global. And I love it. I can't even hate. Tessa, you know I love to hate when I want to, but I can't even hate. Not today. You ate this up.
And that's what she was going for. And I'm happy that you got that, Lana. That's my girl. Oh, she looks so stupid good. From the moment they dropped the entrances, I was like, all right, I knew she was coming to play. I'm just thrilled for her. It's not the last time I'm going to give her flowers in this episode, which I'm happy about. So, scores.
Oh.
Ooh,
Oh.
okay. I gave her an 86.
Period.
That's a fool for me, by the way.
It feels fitting to give her a 96. So I will be giving her a 96.
Okay.
Because I did like Miranda's better. Next up, Nehellenia.
I'll be short with this one. Because I like her. This is not a bad look by any means. I just personally do not like it at all. But it's not bad. So that's all.
Yeah, I'm also not a huge fan of this look. I think the texture of the gold is somewhat weird, and it's giving me this like itchy feeling that I'm not a huge fan of. I don't know. I'm not super into it. I'm just gonna be so for real. Uh, I don't know. Just not my favorite.
I'm into it. I think she looks really good. And I feel like it's a very specific perspective that we're seeing with this look that's not very common. So I appreciate that. And I really like the silver part and just how it's like just jetting out. Um, it does look a little weird with the blue. Like it feels like two different outfits just kind of Frankenstein together. But I'm still very intrigued by it.
So I think a lot of the reason why it's blue and the silver with then you've got like the green, white, and red accenting is because I'm going to go back to the Olympics here for a second. In a lot of Olympic sports, Italy's colors that they wear, because green, white, and red are so common, they wear blue and white. So I think it's supposed to be a bit referential to that.
I mean, I can see it. I don't hate the look. I'm just not the hugest fan of the look. It's definitely not my favorite look of the night, but it's fine. I don't know. I do agree with you, David. It looks like two pieces put together that weren't supposed to go together, but she was like, I mean, this is cute, right? Like, she put it on, I was like, I mean, let's go together, right? Yeah, I'm gonna rock it. Like, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna rock that. But it's one of those things where you like, either you're going to really hate this or you're going to really love this. And well, no, because I really don't hate it and I really don't love it. So it's always
Right.
just gonna be very safe.
Yeah.
So it's just gonna be very safe. It's very in the middle. I'm very indifferent about this look. It's not like I hate it, but it's not like I love it. So I'm very indifferent about it.
Yep. Agree.
I'm definitely the highest on this look of anybody here. I'm intrigued by it more than anything. I think it's a really cool fashion moment, and I'm excited to see if Nehellenia is going to bring some of the Italian fashion that we know the Italian girls to bring to this season. I'm really intrigued to see what the rest of her runway package looks like. I don't know. There's just something about this white and silver piece with the blue bodysuit that's really, it's kind of doing it for me a little bit. It's definitely not my favorite by any means of the imagination, but I still do think it's a well put together ensemble. So
I do see now, because I didn't understand before, but now that when you mentioned the about the Olympics and the blue and white, I got it. And I was like, oh, okay, I see where it made more sense that she was wearing this now. I still feel the same way about it, but I understand it more now. So
totally. Scores.
Yeah, I give it a sensible 74.
I give it a 69. Sure.
Nice.
I gave it an 83.
Work.
I stalled long enough. Great.
I was listening. I give it a. See, I was gonna do a 74, but I don't know if I wanted. You know what? No, I'm going to give it a 76.
80.
I was the highest.
You were.
Next up, Gala Varo. 98% sure this was made by Aviescu. And I'm gonna go look it up right now.
How does she have time to be making these looks nonstop?
Well,
She's just incredible.
And hosting a show.
Right. Okay, so I'm on the fence kind of with this look, because I like parts of it and I like elements of it, but overall I'm not the biggest fan. But I still will give credit where credit is due, because she does look beautiful in this, and it does look very well made. And I know I'm interested to know what you're gonna say, Eduardo, but I don't know the reference, but it feels Mexican. Like I feel the representation there. if I didn't know what country she was representing and she came out with this, Mexico would probably be my first guess. So it kind of is translating like that for me. I'm just aesthetically not the biggest fan of this look, but it's still, I can still acknowledge that it's a good look, even though it's not for me.
Yeah. Well, I'm
And she's
biased.
beautiful. I mean,
Yeah,
come on now.
She's beautiful, and I'm biased. So I am a huge fan of
course.
this look. I love it, love this look. I like the references that there's these kind of like artisanal, like little handmade like sculptures that normally have this type of pattern that like are like added into it. I saw it immediately. I understood it completely. My only thing about it is that her hips kind of look a little boxy, so I would have just changed that a little bit. But other than that, I think she looks incredible. I'm biased. I love her. Next.
Well, I also really like this. I'm gonna go ahead and say this is my least favorite thing she wore this pair of episodes, but that's not saying much because I really like the other ones that she wore. But yeah, I like that this like screams Mexican without just being too on the nose. Like with Mexican flag colors, you still just get the reference. Her makeup is so good in this. And I love this wig. This wig is amazing.
I personally like this. I am a fan of this. This look is giving me very something Matraka would wear, and I love
Mhm.
that. It's like it's giving me something Matraka would wear, and I just it's the flowers for me. It's the colors. It's the way that we have the. I know that I don't know, David. Did you like the tulle bottom?
Yeah, I don't mind it on this.
That's so funny because you know David don't just like tulle, but I agree with you. I like the tulle bottom on this. I feel like it adds to the first the volume, of course, of the dress, and then it with all of that black tulle with that red and yellow top flowers top popping, it just makes it pop. That off that black canvas, it just makes those colors pop. And I love what she did with the wig and the hair and the braid, and it gives me very folk like countryside of Mexico, or just something just very what you'll see somebody's I don't know. I just love it. I feel like I've never been to Mexico, but I feel like that's what I would see when I go to Mexico. And I would love to see somebody just traipsing around in something like that with all those colors, just vibrant colors, just popping. And because they're a vibrant group of people. And so I love to see that. And I love this. I kind of really like this. I don't know if it's at my top, but it's definitely up there in the top half. I like it.
It's very good for me. I mean, honestly, anything Aviescu makes is incredible.
Are you confirmed?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not surprised. Not surprised in the slightest. I would not be surprised if we see a lot of Aviescu looks on Gala this season. But I love this. I didn't realize I cut off her head in the top shot, so sorry, Gala. Did not mean to do that at all. Oh, at all. But no, the garment is gorgeous. I love the braids. I think the whole thing just looks really, really good. If I had one critique, I kind of wish there was a little bit of a bump in the wig. I do like that it comes down in this very triangular kind of way, but I wish there was a little bit more volume in the hair to kind of balance everything a little bit more. But that's a nitpick because the look is incredible as is. So
You know who I could see wearing this that's not Mexican? I could see Paquita wearing this. Doesn't this look like something she would wear
well,
for
she's
sure?
Spanish, so that's not far off.
Yeah.
Yes, but yes, I
But
can
yes,
definitely see
absolutely.
Paquita wearing
Mhm.
this. Didn't she have an outfit that sort of looked like this in the
The
in
braids. She had something with the braids.
Mhm.
I remember this look
Yeah.
in All Stars.
Yeah.
Not All Stars, but
Scores.
85.
Work.
99.
No surprise, work.
88.
What?
It's never funny, Logan. Eduardo already said it. What'd you say, David? I'm sorry.
Oh, 88.
Work. 90. Work.
88.
Work.
Eva Le Queen. I mean,
Stupid.
we better turn up for this turnout. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. And that's really all I have to say. So I'm just going to yield the rest of my time. Honestly.
Girl. I mean, look at the material. She got me lost for words. That's not an easy feat to do. Let's just say that. I do have one small thing though, because this is absolutely incredible. As we know, Eva is gonna present always something incredible. She's so polished, so smart, so I'm obsessed with her. The fabric of this skirt could have been a different fabric, because the top part was so opulent and so incredible that because the fabric of the skirt was a little wrinkly, it kind of took me out of that regal fantasy, but it's still so incredible. And similar to Tessa, I would also like the hair to be a little bit bigger, just because the shoulders are really big. So like it kind of, because the shoulders are big, it kind of makes her look a little bit short, but that's just nitpicking at this point.
She's that bitch. She did what needed to be done, and no one came close. No one came close. That's about it.
Yeah, I agree. She was my favorite of this category by a pretty significant margin. That top, like I can't think of another top that I've seen that's so beaded like this. Like there are so many little pearls and every little thing added on there, and they're just perfectly in line. Like if there's anything that the Philippines designers can do, it's pay attention to every little detail when making these things with limited resources usually. I love the colors. I don't mind the skirt because you see that there's parts that are like twisted, and I think that might be kind of creating an effect that maybe looks a little wrinkly, but I don't need to pay attention to the bottom because there's so much good going on the top. Another one with her makeup is so good, and those contacts, they just really, that was like the icing on the cake, were those intense contacts she was wearing. But yeah, this was my favorite for sure.
I love this so much. I can't help it. She looks beautiful. All those pearls. It's just, I love the Philippines queens. I just love the Philippines queens. They just know what to do. That's it. That's all. Fabulous.
Scores.
99.
It's a full one for me. It's a full.
It's a 95 for me. Full for Lana.
Mm-hmm.
Full cup. Full. Stupidly full cup.
95. Next up, Vanity Vain.
Obsessed with this hair. So good. And I like this look, but I like the idea more than I like the execution of it. The hair does most of the work, honestly, for me, and her mug looks beautiful. I enjoy the outfit, but it's not. It's the outfit itself is fine. You know what I mean? It's not giving us too much, but she looks good.
Yeah, the hair is definitely the standout, but even then, I did notice that the horns were kind of leaning forward, and so that did take me out of it quite a bit. I think she looks nice, but this is definitely, I think, one of my least favorite looks. Um, and so she just like she looks good, but I've seen better, and so she just I was expecting more out of a category like this. So yeah.
I like it. Yeah, it's not the most extravagant look, but I think it works for the category. It's another one that doesn't feel too on the nose. Actually, when I saw her, like instantly my mind went to a movie, like an old horror movie from the 1940s called The White Reindeer. And I'm like, that was a foreign language film. Where was that? And it was Sweden. So I don't know if she had that in mind when she made that look or had that look made for her. But I think she looks really good. That wig is everything, and her makeup, like she's a model.
I did not like the look, but I like the hair. That's the thing. And then the hair was leaning a little bit, so it kind of was like, didn't like the look, like the hair.
Not in love with the look, like the hair. That's kind of where I'm at. So, yeah, she has better looks in this episode. So scores.
77.
70.
80.
72.
70. Next up, Kitty Scott-Claus.
To me, this is simple but effective. Like it's very well done. You can tell that the garment is very well made. The fabric looks expensive. She looks beautiful. My thing with Kitty is she did have some conceptual looks on her original season, but to me, most of the time she looks good on the runway, but she doesn't really bring any. It's just an outfit. You know what I mean? There's usually not a concept behind most of her looks, and it doesn't need to have a concept or something. It could be just a gorgeous look. But I personally enjoy looks with that tell a story, that had a concept behind it, and this is giving me British Santa woman. What's her name? Santa Claus's wife, Mrs. White,
Mrs. Claus.
Mrs. Claus. Yes. My brain is melting from doing this, y'all. But you know what I mean.
Mrs. Claus.
This is fine.
Scott-Claus.
Exactly.
No, yeah,
It's fine.
It is fine. She looks good. She looks good. She looks like this kind of looks like an outfit that I would see in Six the musical, a little bit. Especially the skirt. Especially the skirt really gives me Six the musical. This is a good look. She looks pretty. This is not the most extravagant look, but I still think she looks good.
Oh yeah, it's my turn. I was like, Lana, why aren't you going? No, I like this. She looks great. This is very polished. Her shape looks great. For some reason, like in this look and a few of her other looks, I was like, you're giving me Emma Stone a little bit in the face, which I love Emma Stone. She's got a great face. So I thought this was really good. I mean, it's not like a lot of the other people, it's not the most extravagant. But I think it's a very solid first look.
I really like this look. I was like, yeah, it's simple, it's not extravagant, but I felt like it was a representation of her and it was a representation of the UK because they're not really huge, extravagant people. They don't do that. I mean, unless it's royalty, they don't do the whole big, extravagant type deal in their everyday lives. So I feel like this is a good representation of the UK. I think she looks gorgeous in this. It shows her personality. I liked it. I love the KSC on her. Keeping herself branded, and then the crown at the top. I kind of liked it. I thought this was a good look for her, and she looked good in it.
Simple but effective in the best way. That's really all there is to say. I didn't mean to rhyme. But now it's time to give your scores.
80.
80.
81.
82.
89.
Period.
Sorry, I had to give her a higher score.
It's fine.
I was
And
waiting
last
for you
up-
to say 83, but
No. And last up, Alyssa Edwards.
she did what needed to be done. This to me, is it my favorite look of the entrances? No. Does she look good? Yes. Is this a very good representation of at least what I see as American drag? Yes. This hair is everything. I love this hair. The outfit is good. You know what I mean? It's better than good, actually. It's great. It's just out of everything that we've seen, it is not my favorite, but it's still very, very good.
Yeah, we've seen kind of this kind of outfit before, but I think Alyssa is the one that's executed it the best so far. I am a big fan of this look. I think she looks great. I like this kind of outfit already. I like the kind of fabric that she's using. So I think she looks beautiful, and this is a great look.
Yeah, I feel like I might have like a little bit of a double standard here because I do like this, even though it's very, very, very on the nose. It's almost like you put an AI prompt, Alyssa Edwards American drag, and then you got this because it's just so Texas, it's so pageant, it's so drag, it's so Alyssa, but it works for me. Like, still not in my top half of the looks, but she did it.
My oh my, she is from Texas. That's all I see is a Texas pageant queen. My oh my. The bigger the hair, the closer to God. And that's what she is trying to be all up in God's grill with this big hair. I love it. It's fine. It's fine. It's giving very, very, very red, white, and blue. Very Americana. Very what I expect from any pageant girl from Texas to wear on stage on a runway, and it's fine.
It's giving a little bit of Rachel tensions.
Who was that?
Oh, that's RuPaul's character in Tu Wong Fu. Rachel tensions.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, you're right.
Except
you're right.
she has like the what's it called? The
Confederate
Confederate flag. Yeah.
Well, maybe. Ru. Oh, okay. We move. I
It's
forgot
all
about that
it's
part.
all satirical.
All satire. I got
It's
it.
funny.
All satire.
I loved that movie. I watched that movie like 8 million times. I love that movie so much. But
Yeah.
yes.
When Alyssa's.
I mean, from the face to the dress, she is red, white, and blue, baby. She is pure Americana. Her.
Scores.
90.
93.
83.
88.
93. So, because we don't want this video to be 3 hours long, surprise, you're getting 3 videos this week talking about Global All-Stars. So we will be back once again, not with me, but we will be back to dive into the runway looks from the double premiere of Global All-Stars very, very shortly after this video goes up. So thank you for joining us for this video talking about the entrance looks for Global All-Stars. Let us know all your thoughts down in the comments below. Make sure to check out the description where you can find our audio podcasts, our other YouTube channels, our Patreon, our social media links, and where you can get your merch, including the Not Limited 2-cup mug. And with all that being said, we are going to get out of here. So, cheers!
Cheers.
I did not have the outro video ready. And now I do.
Au revoir.
Adios.
Bye!
Ciao.
Hasta la vista.
Nos vemos.
Baby.
Bye.